Hi, you're very welcome. This is Claire Boyce back with a weekly reading, this time for all fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius and Leo. I hope I find you well, although I can guess that a lot of you are in bits right now because you are in lockdown. Here in Ireland we've been on lockdown since Friday at midnight. However, I do believe all over the world it's different for a lot of people, but a lot of us are in the same boat. So of course my videos are going to be different, but look, I'm going to go straight with it and start with these cards. Fire signs, I know that you like to keep going and you like to do things, and you know, you are the spark that creates new businesses. You like to keep pushing forward. So being told to go home and to do nothing is completely, you know, abnormal to you. So what I will say to you is maybe put that mindset to bed right now, because since we were kids, we were told that we have to keep going, we have to keep working hard to be the very best, or our lives were meaningless. Now we're told to go home. A lot of you are going to be tired, sleepy. A lot of you are not going to be sleeping at night time. A lot of you are just going to be feeling exhausted, and the reason for that is because a lot of you are going to be spiritual people, sensitive people, empathic people, and of course this fear is across the board right now and everyone is feeling it, but you're like little sponges, soaking it all up. I'm going to start with this. Fear is just here everywhere we look. Everybody is afraid. I think it's interesting actually that on the news we're looking at the death tolls of various countries all the time, but because if you remember, I have said in prior videos that our thoughts become our feelings, and it's our feelings that become our emotions. So if you're looking at the news and you see the death toll for a country, then of course that's going to go into your energy field. You're going to start feeling sadness, and then of course that's going to create emotions of despair and of fear. And I just find it interesting that we only ever see the horrific news, and we don't see what else is going on in the background. You know, some places have brought in mandatory vaccinations since this. They're talking about microchipping some people. You know, all these little things that are going on in various countries in the background. Of course, all of us are safely tucked in our houses and our homes. We're not opening our mouths, are we? Archangel Raphael. This card means that simply we have to look after our physical being, and we know that we're keeping ourselves clean, we're keeping our homes clean, we're eating healthy. Well, some of us are eating a load of ice pops on the couch all day long, but remember that you have to keep your spirits up as well. Life review, Archangel Jeremiah. When we keep looking back, and I've mentioned this in prior videos, we're looking back at what we could have done, what we should have done. We can't change that. We become unbalanced when we're focusing on the past. So then we look forward and we're thinking, oh my God, my job is gone. Oh my God, am I going to get sick? And that's 1-2 weeks ahead, or maybe a year ahead into the future. So we become totally off balance, when right now what we need to be focused on right now. Sages, spiritual beings, they all believe that linear time only exists here on earth and doesn't exist anywhere else. And right now is the only time that we have. It's the only time that matters. So remember that although you can't control what's happened in the past, when you're looking back at your life, you can control right now. For the first time ever, we have to look at our lives from a different perspective. We have to look at our lives and react, not emotionally. So turn off the news, guys. Keep yourselves grounded, and maybe have a look and see what else is going on in the world as well. Because looking at the news and looking at the death toll, it's only feeding the fear. Take back your power. Archangel Raziel, one of the spiritual angels here. We've given our power away, unfortunately. We're afraid. We're doing what we're told, and that's it. We have to stay in. We have to stay put. Take back your power means control how you're reacting to this inside. How you're reacting to it inside. Connect to spirit. Connect to God, whatever or whoever it is you believe in. If you don't believe in the angels, if you just want to connect to your higher self, connect to that. But remember that whatever it is you connect in, as long as you have a clear mind and a clear channel to connect with love. If you're focusing on the fear 24/7 and the dread 24/7, you're not going to allow room for the light to come in. If you're feeling forgetful, if you're going into a room forgetting what it is you went in for, if you're watching something on telly and you're watching it for hours and you still have no clue what's going on, it means that things are not balanced, you are not balanced, so you need to ground yourselves. Show kindness to others. Of course we can't be with our loved ones physically, but we can be with them spiritually, and thankfully one of the perks of the World Wide Web is that we can connect with people globally. A press of a button, we can be there for them. Connect with people and, reach out to the people that may normally be quiet and suddenly they, may normally not be quiet and suddenly you don't hear from them. Visualization. Focus on success. You can't focus on success if you're focusing on dread all the time, so do something that's going to raise your frequencies. I love meditation, and a good friend of mine told me to visualize, good things happening, in a photo frame actually. She said, imagine the scenario that you're thinking of unfold in a photo frame. All these visualization techniques, they are good because they raise your energy. So while you're watching the news and soaking up the negative energy, when you visualize positive things happen to you, the opposite happens. You're creating then feelings of happiness, of joy, of love, and then you're attracting that to yourselves. Right now, you've got to be honest with yourselves, guys. Look inside for answers. A lot of us, we have to be our own best friends. I think I said this before. When one of our friends has a problem, there is a reason why we, call our friends when we have problems, because 99.9% of the time they will have the answer, because our friends do, don't they? Our friends have the answers. But right now, we need to be our own best friends. So write down your problems. Become self-reliant. I find it interesting how the same cards come out for all the signs. Become self-reliant. Remember now, fire signs, you can explode. You can just suddenly explode. You take so much and then you tap into that quiet part of yourself. Look at this. Peace of mind, something that all of us are lacking, but the only way we're going to get through this on a global level is to recognize that our minds need to be calm. If we go under mentally during this time, it's game over for a lot of us. So while you're keeping your hands sanitized and your energy sanitized, watch what it is you're watching on the news, on the media. Step out in nature. Connect on a spiritual level to nature. Look how nature doesn't have to do anything. The water just flows. The trees are there and they're grounded. And although trees don't actually do anything, they do. They create oxygen. So while we're being told to do, trees do nothing, but yet they get everything done. And while we are told to do nothing, we can still get everything done. If you kind of know what I mean. Now we're just being told to stop, and across the board there's a huge global awakening, because a lot of us who never believed in any of this stuff are suddenly starting to connect on a spiritual level. And while though you're not being told to go out and do things, you can still get things done and get everything done at home as long as you control your mind. Detoxification. Detoxify your life. And that can mean if you're addicted to anything, obviously, but also detoxify negative people out of your life. Okay, we have to be there for people at this time, but make sure you're not there to be walked all over and so they don't drain the life out of you, because that sometimes happens. It's bad enough if you're watching the death toll 24/7, but then if you're listening to and people are using you to offload all the time, you need to detoxify that as well. I'm just going to have a quick look at these cards here. Remember, if I don't see you and if we've lost touch somehow, I do wish you all well, and I do, for anybody who knows me or knows of me, I wish you the very best, and I'm sending my love and my light to each and every one of you. Remember, this won't happen. This won't keep happening. This will end. We will get through this time. And your happy outcome, if those of you were about to move home, I was about to move home, I will end up doing that. For those of you who want to have, we're about to go off with somebody else, or start a new relationship, know that life isn't over. Life hasn't stopped. It's just for now, everything is on pause. So follow your dreams and know that things will get better. So for now, I'm going to go. If this is your first time watching me and you did like it, please hit the subscribe button. And if you liked it, hit the like. And I will be back next week. So for now, sending you all love, healing, keep safe, and take care of yourself. Bye.